You are now tuned in to I Am with Kirk Smith. What you see is what you get. I keep it a buck, keep it 100 any day. That's a must. I am who I am. Make no apologies about it. I'm real, you ain't never gotta doubt it. What you see is what you get. I keep it a buck, keep it 100 any day. That's a must. I am who I am. Make no apologies about it. I'm real, you ain't never gotta doubt it. Can't worry about the hate, they ain't up for debate. Cause I love myself too much to be fake. I will represent the truth until I'm blue in the face. Got my eyes on the prize, trying to keep with the pace. Got a lot on my mind, time to let it be known. I like to shoot it straight, a word that I own. But I don't empty a clip, instead I empty my dome. If we wanna see change, then it starts in the home. Cause what you see is what you get. I keep it a buck, keep it 100 any day. That's a must. I am who I am.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Kirk Smith. Y'all know what it is. I'm excited to be with you for our episode, our first episode of I Am with Kirk Smith, where we get into all types of subjects and issues, lots of fun, lots of laughter, lots of good times, powerful stories, you name it. I promise you will not be disappointed by being a part of our show and tuning in. We will be streaming each episode on each one of my social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, of course. All the links will be up. And so I'm actually doing something a little different today, where I'm actually going to be on Facebook Live, where we're actually recording the show. But the actual, studio produced show will be available within the next, I would say, week or so. And then you can actually download the link, and it, has all the credits and those types of things that you would expect from a show. But that being said, I'm independent. I don't have, millions of dollars behind me and sponsors and that type of thing. Everything I do is straight up, is independent. I finance it from top to bottom. But that does not keep me from doing what it is that I need to do. And so I'm really excited about today and have a great topic to discuss with you guys. And I think you'll get a lot from it. So forgive me a little bit with the head movement. Got a couple cameras here working, so trying to figure this all out. So just kind of figuring it out as I go. But that's the name of the game, man. I have a vision, I have a dream, and it's things that I constantly work on. I've always been an entrepreneur. Put things together. So at any rate, so the show, so each week or each time, each episode will be about a number of topics. I'll have celebrity guests, national celebrities, international, local celebrities, people in sports, people in the music industry, the film industry, a number of friends that I have out there that you guys will have a chance to hang out with. For a little bit, and some of these interviews will be in person and some will be virtual. A number of our interviews will happen while I'm driving. They'll be in the car and we'll interview as we're driving along. So there's a number of ways you can expect us to deliver good content to you and information. But I'm really excited about today, or this episode, because what I decided to do, instead of bringing on, and although we have a number of great guests lined up, and again, you'll be entertained, trust me. You will not be disappointed. But what I decided to do this time, for this particular episode, is really kind of hone in on a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and something I like to discuss with you. And it is really about us being able to recognize or discover who we are as individuals. And one of the greatest challenges I know I've had throughout my life, and I'm better, but I still struggle, is really discovering who Kirk Smith is, and really having not only a greater understanding of who I am, but a greater appreciation for who I am, and learning how to embrace and appreciate who I am without permission from others. Learning how to appreciate who I am without depending on external affirmation and confirmation from other people. But really learning how to appreciate me and discover me and find out who I am. So this t-shirt, you see this nice apparel for One Apparel. We've been around for a year now. And you know, the whole brand is about that. It's about self-worth, self-value, self-care. It's a lifestyle, it's a vibe, it's a mindset. And that's really what this brand is all about, top to bottom. It's not about becoming a millionaire and having the most popular, you know, brand in America. I mean, if that happens, that'd be nice. But it's really about wearing something that states that you understand that at the end of the day, if that one person, being you, doesn't love you, then it's going to be difficult for you to love other people. You need to learn how to love yourself and appreciate who you are and your God-given talents and abilities, and that we all have purpose and we all have something to do here in this life. So anyway, what I want to do, I want to ask you a question. And the question is, where are you? Where are you? Do you even have any idea where you are or who you are? Do you have any understanding as to what your true value is? Like when you look in the mirror, who do you see? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you value that person that you see in the mirror? Do you not like to look at yourself in the mirror? Do you avoid spending time thinking about yourself and who you are? Self-reflection, internal dialogue. Do you avoid these things? Because a lot of us do that. We don't take time to slow down and never really just sit there and just think and focus. And the reality is that many of us struggle with valuing ourselves. And here's the proof. How many times have you in your lifetime exhausted yourself, worn yourself out to look out for other people? Exhausted yourself and worn yourself out and put others above yourself. And in many cases, you know, it makes sense, right? Your children, you put your children ahead of yourself, right? As a parent, you know, you have to take care of them. You're responsible, your partner, your spouse, whatever. I get all of that. Different loved ones, it all makes sense. But the reality is that many people leave this life. And here's a nightmare that I had several times. It's a nightmare. And the nightmare is a reoccurring nightmare. And it was like this. Now, I'm on my deathbed, right? And I'm surrounded by all of these people who love me. Kirk, we love you. We thank God for you. You were such a blessing to me back when I was going through whatever. You looked out for me when I needed help the most. You helped me financially. You heard me out when I was struggling. Whatever it is, I was surrounded by people, family and friends, who appreciated me, who thanked me, who just wanted me to know how grateful they were for me. And that's great. Awesome. But the nightmare part for me was that I looked around that room and all of these people who appreciated me, and I'm certainly grateful for appreciation, don't trust me. But everybody benefited in some kind of way, whether indirectly or directly, from Kirk Ray Smith, except for me. Everybody benefited from my existence. They all got something out of me. They were grateful for the life I lived and how I impacted them in whatever way. And the only one in the room that never really benefited from me was me. No, this is a reoccurring nightmare. That everybody got something out of Kirk Ray Smith except for Kirk Ray Smith himself. I was worn out. I was drained. Some of y'all, your jobs, they wear you out, right? Your family, your children, your spouse, your whoever, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever situation is, they wear you out. They drain you. And they take, and they take, and they take, and they take, and they take. Some of y'all are religious, and you're in your churches, they wear you out. Some of y'all might be educators, your students, they wear you out. They get everything. Some of y'all are in the social and human services. You help people. And everybody gets what they need from you except from you. So when you look in the mirror, You're not happy. You're dissatisfied. I mean, you don't like the way you look. You done gained too much weight. You're too fat, right? You don't like your hair, lack thereof. In my case, you don't your body. You're depressed. You're always having headaches and migraines and backaches, and you think you're gonna die all the time, and you got this pain you can't seem to get past, and you just all of these things you don't like about yourself. You feel unfulfilled. You just don't know. Like you've done all this stuff and you don't understand. I've done all this good in the world or for other people, but it don't seem like it's being reciprocated and I'm not getting it back. Like sometimes I feel like I'm helping a whole bunch of ungrateful people, right? Because they never thank you. See, people seem to remember, your mistakes or your shortcomings, but they never can't quite recall all the goodness you've done. And that's how you die. You don't fulfill your dreams. You don't travel. You don't try stuff. You don't take risks. You just live a life where you just exist for other people. That's tragic. I'm telling you, that's tragic. You should never, ever live to exist for other people and that's it. No. Now, for some of y'all who are religious and good, strong Christians and all of that, and believing in God. Look, I love the Lord too. I'm not a Christian, I'm a believer. But anyway, that's the subject for another day. Well, I got news for you. Not even God exists just for other people. That's right, I said it. God himself does not exist just for other people to get stuff from him. Throughout the Bible, what God is looking for is glory. That's what it says. He should be praised and lifted up and all those things. So what I'm saying is that there's no way that you were put on this earth just to get used and then kicked to the to the curb, or just get old, get worn out, and die. That's not why you're here. There's no way. My question is where are you? When have you found yourself? When is the last time you seen you? No, really. When was the last time you literally saw you? When? When was the last, like you can literally say, I saw myself. When was the last time you met yourself? When was the last time you spent time with yourself? When was the last time that you valued yourself and you loved yourself and you felt good about yourself and it had nothing to do with no one else but you? When was the last time you felt great, you felt beautiful and nobody needed to tell you? No, seriously. You seriously felt beautiful. You felt handsome without anybody having to tell you. That's how you felt about yourself. When was the last time you genuinely felt that way? See, the whole idea is, guys, is you have to find a way on this journey, right, to discover or at least make an effort to find out who you are. Because everything around you is trying to define you for yourself. Everything around us, it seems, is trying to tell me how I'm supposed to be. I look on social media, I look at the television, I listen to podcasts. Everybody's trying to tell me how I'm supposed to be. What I'm supposed to like, what I'm supposed to believe, what I'm supposed to eat, where I'm supposed to go, where I'm supposed to shop, where I'm supposed to hang with, what I'm supposed to like, dislike. When I'm supposed to go left or go right, what's cool, what's uncool, what's square, come on. Everything around me is trying to decide for Kirk Ray Smith who Kirk Ray Smith is. What I think that decision or when it comes down to who I am supposed to be, I think I'm supposed to have something to do with that. I believe the way God constructed me was for me to participate in my destiny. I think the way God built me was I'm supposed to have something to do with my success. I think the way God built me, he knew that I was going to have issues. He knew something was wrong. None of us are perfect. We all have issues. We have proclivities and weaknesses and shortcomings, and the list goes on and on. He knew that when he made us that we were a mess, so that ain't even a conversation. So I'm not going to sit back judging myself and put myself down. If God's not doing it, then why should I do it? And why should I listen to anybody else trying to do that to me? I'm on this journey and this quest to discover who I am. Because I want to know who I am. Because I think if I meet me, I'm confident I'll fall in love with that guy. I think if I meet myself, I think I'm going to like him a whole lot. And see, we got to find a way to find our value within. You have to. Who are you? Where are you in life? Like, honestly, some of us, our emotions are so predicated. And it's sad. So predicated and so determined about how other people are treating us. Other people have so much control over how we feel about ourselves. Too much control. Can't do that. So today I got on pink, right? You know, and again, you can go to One Apparel hyphen, you know, on our website, and you go One Apparel, and then just equid, ECWID.com. But you can find it. Everything is on the pages. You find it on the social media and the website. I mean, and the YouTube channel. But at any rate, to purchase these, and real inexpensive, and quality material, by the way. But anyway, I'm wearing pink because we're celebrating Women's History Month, right? We're talking about women's history. We're talking about, it's March. We're talking about women empowerment and all these other things. Personally, again, I like the month idea, and that's great, but you don't really need that. But I'm wearing this pink because I wanted to kind of, you know, put this message sort of on display when it comes to women, because I want to kind of lock in on y'all here for a second. Because y'all seem to be like, when it comes to this issue of sacrifice and not caring for yourself, not putting yourself first, putting everybody ahead of you, it seems like a lot of our women struggle with this for whatever reason. I'm not a woman, obviously. I don't have all the answers, but I can only go by the examples I saw coming up and even as an adult. So let me tell you this about my mom. Okay, now, and my mom, we lost her in 2004, right? And I'm here to tell you, if you have your parents around, love them, right? And when they go, you'll never get over it. Like it'll never be a time, I don't think, you'll get over losing your parent. But let me tell you this real quick. So I had to be, I don't know, 11, 12, I don't know. So my mom, she's in where our house was set up like it was, there was a lot of people in there, but I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, by the way. Cincinnati, Ohio, A1, y'all know what it is. So at any rate, she would cry. Like, you know, I would hear her crying sometimes, right? And she worked 2 jobs. She was a nurse, you know, just gone a lot. So she would work like 3 to 11, 11 to 7. So 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. and 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's kind of how she did her double shift. But sometimes she would, you know, come home in between or, you know, be off or whatever. But anyway, so she was crying. So she was sitting in like the kitchen, off the kitchen, in tears. So she's sitting there crying, right? My mom, she's bawling, right? She's like, just bawling. So, you know, again, I'm 10 or 11. I don't remember how old it was. And so this time I really got upset. Like, usually I hear her cry, kind of leave her alone, but she was just bawling, just wailing, right? So I'm getting, and also a lot of people in my family, y'all can relate to this, and this will kind of help you understand kind of the reason I'm the way that I am, by the way. You know, our experiences make us, right? The stuff we go through. So she's crying. So I said, Mom, well, why are you crying? She said, well, nobody cares about me. I said, I care about you, Mom. What are you talking about? She's bawling. And she said, I do everything for everybody. I pay people bills, pay their rent, buy groceries, buy them clothes, do for their kids. And she's talking about her children and her grandchildren and extended family. She did all this stuff for people. Some of y'all can relate. But nobody checks on me. Nobody calls to see how I'm doing. When I'm in need of something, nobody seems to be able to help me. If I need a ride, they won't pick me up. She was just going on and on about how she feels abandoned and she feels used by all these people that she does so much for. I'm going to tell you right now, my mom was the glue. And it's a fact, she did stuff for a whole lot of people. So me, you know, I'm trying to, you know, it's my mom, you know, no father in the house. You know what I mean? So, you know, I feel I got to step my game up. I'm like, well, Mom, what you need to do is you need to tell these people no. And you need to stop helping these people. If they don't care about you, forget them. But she couldn't resist. It was just in her nature. She just did it. So here's what happened years later. She had a heart attack. Okay, mom pretty healthy. She had a heart attack. And not long after that, she passed away. And I really think she died of a broken heart. Because even at her death, people still were trying to take advantage of whatever she had left financially or otherwise. Even at her death. So my mom died penniless, right? And whatever she had, her house, all those people took advantage of her, did her wrong. Family now, children and whoever, did her wrong. And see, they didn't care anything about my mom. So here's the lesson I learned. See, I learned that. So I was like 24 when she passed away. And it started to dawn on me. I was in the military at the time. But it started to dawn on me that, man, in this life, even people when they do their very best, nobody can love you as much as you can. Nobody has the potential to love you as much as you do. No one other than God. No one on earth can truly care about you more than you. Nobody. Nobody can love you more than you can potentially love yourself. And my mom wasted years and died way too young because she took the burdens and carried the weight of other people, trying to make people happy, look out for them and give them everything she got, only to die of a broken heart, only to be taken advantage of on her deathbed, only to be taken advantage of in her death, and died with nothing to leave behind because of what these people did to her. They wore her out. See, guys, no. Listen, I know some people mean well, but it is critical as soon as you can, as early as you can in life, find a way to appreciate you. Find a way to love you. You can do it. Find a way to value you high and above everybody. So when people's emotions change, when their feelings change, you know how it is. Oh, we just run through the grass barefooted and we love each other and oh my God, and nothing can ever be wrong and every perfect and blah, 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 until something happens. Oh, everybody loves you and think you're the best and you're God's gift to the world until you do something that they don't like. So I became convinced years ago that people really don't love who you are. They love how you are. They love the way that you are, but they don't love who you are. And how I know this is as soon as you start to do for you and they have to sacrifice or not get what they're used to getting from you, all of a sudden, the love goes. All of a sudden, all this love is nowhere to be found. See, you can do one thing consistently and never fail. You will never make a mistake being you. You'll never make a mistake loving you. You'll never go wrong learning how. And see, it ain't even about being selfish. You'll never go wrong learning how to embrace and love yourself and put yourself first. That's not selfish. That's critical. Putting yourself first is actually essential to your ability to truly help people. Putting yourself first makes you a quality person. See, learning how to appreciate you is when you get into this zone of peace and you start to relax and really just get comfortable in your own skin. And you start celebrating who you are with no apologies. You're not apologizing, nor are you waiting for permission or the green light to start loving yourself. When you get good at that, it's like it's an art and a science, but you need to work to perfect the craft of loving you. It's something that you have to work at, and it's constant. And depending on what you've been through and what your experiences are, it can be more difficult, right? Things could happen, could trigger you and bring things up that happened in the past or whatever. But the reality is that you have to continue to work at, we have to continue to work at loving ourselves. You have to continue to work at placing high value on you. You have to work at it. It's a daily thing. And see, sometimes when you're doing that, you have to make certain decisions and you have to lock in, right? Lock in. Now, I'm not saying you can't learn, you can't get better, you can't make improvements. We all can do that. But I'm telling you, you would be amazed as to how many of us struggle with loving ourselves. How many of us struggle with appreciating who we are? And my whole plea to everybody listening is find a way to value you free of any external influence, visible or invisible. Find a way to know that one starts with you. Find a way to learn how to find yourself. Don't let another individual, I don't care who they are, group, news, broadcast, employer, co-worker, sibling, it don't even matter. Don't let another human being control how you see yourself. You have to take 100% control. We can no longer afford to abdicate the throne of our lives. You have to take control of the narrative, people. You got to take control of it. No, really take control of it. I'm not playing. I'm not talking about some momentary or situational control, but you got to see, I've learned how to take, and I'm getting better at it. I still got to work on it, but I've learned how to take command over my life. And for some people, that's offensive. Now, some people get upset because, Kirk sometimes is he's too in the zone and he doesn't seem interested in certain things or certain people. But you got to understand that I'm working on my craft, right, of loving Kirk Ray Smith. And I'm not loving myself at the expense of others, but I'm not going to do for others at my own expense all the time. Does that make sense? I'm not going to, set myself on fire to keep other people warm. And anytime you make changes, it's going to hurt at first, right? It hurts sometimes. Change hurts. But, change, like I posted something recently that, first it hurts and then it changes you. First it hurts and then it changes you. And so this show, I Am with Kirk Ray Smith, again, I'm just doing it live, but it'll actually be a quality production with all the credits and everything. It'll be on our YouTube channel. And the links will be set up on IG and all the different social media network platforms. But this show is, so when I bring guests on and people come on, it's about them celebrating who they are. So the show isn't designed to convince somebody to be otherwise or be anything other than who they are. So I'm not here to convert or change anybody. I'm not into changing people's business. That's not my job. But what I want to do is I want to create a space for people to come on and celebrate who they are and be okay with that. And maybe by them expressing who they are, that can inspire other people. You can learn their stories and how they got to where they are. Some of my celebrity friends, they have incredible stories as to how they got to where they are. And you'll be able to say, wow, I didn't know that. And so it's cool because it can inspire you. And then, we'll learn more. My co-host will be joining us soon for future episodes, and you'll learn a lot about her and sort of what she's been through. And it's a really cool, fun show. We're going to have a good time. Be a lot more fun than this episode, trust me. But I really wanted to kind of lay the foundation, give you that. And I'm sorry if I was sounding a little too preachy on this topic, but it's something I'm very, very passionate about. But I want to encourage you all, on Facebook Live, feel free to go ahead and share the link, the video. But again, you'll get the actual production, which will be coming out within the next week or so. And if you could, please share that with your friends and family and so forth. And on your social media platforms, that really helps because the more views we get, then we can actually increase the quality of the show and bring on even more guests as the viewership grows. Y'all kind of know how that works. So at any rate, so you guys, stay strong, stay healthy, stay committed, keep working hard. And I promise to keep giving you quality content. And I hope today's show had some kind of impact in some kind of positive way. And again, if you're interested in purchasing any of our apparel, you can always visit one, and again, it's apparel.equit.com. And again, you'll see all of that on the credits. And so that's right there. Check that out. And help support the brand, and then also you can help support the show. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am Kirk Ray Smith. That is the YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, type in I am Kirk Ray Smith in the search box and hit subscribe because we need subscribers. So appreciate y'all. It's going to be the show is fun. And I love bringing guests on of all types. So you don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to be well known. You can always send me an email if you're interested in coming on the show. If you think you got a good topic or something you think you can share with us. And you can go to Jonita, Jonita Jonita Unlimited. Jonita Unlimited at gmail.com for booking. And then we'll talk to you and see if it's something you can bring to the show. And again, you have all the information in the actual production, by the way. But we'll come to you. Sometimes we can drive around in the car and interview, or we can do it virtually. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Have a great evening. And I will get back to you next time on I Am with Kirk Ray Smith 1.
If we wanna see change, then it starts in the home. Cause what you see is what you get. I keep it a buck, keep it 100 any day. That's a must.